Starting over can be really hard. And sometimes it feels like it's like too hard to do, right? Like you have all of these things seemingly stacked against you when you're starting over because it feels like you're starting over from nowhere. But the reality is that you're starting over from a place of experience. You're taking all of the things with you that you have accomplished, that you have learned from, that you have failed from, and you're using that to move forward with all of that knowledge in your mind and in your body. But something that can get in the way sometimes is like the bad stuff that happened. I mean, that complex PTSD is real, right? Like we have all this stored trauma in our bodies. And I learned that lesson whenever I ended my marriage, and I'm going to call it like it is. My ex-husband was a narcissist, and when I found myself like ready to date again, it wasn't a good look because I was seeking after the same kind of people who were just going to be a problem in my life. And so I had to heal that part of me that was seeking for that sort of relationship. And it's because that, I mean, that's about me, right? Like that relationship was what I knew. It's what I felt safe with, even though I knew it was harmful. I knew how to deal that. I knew how to do that dance, right? That's like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And I wasn't doing it knowingly. I was just chasing after the same kind of person that I had previously felt attracted to without realizing that it's just going to lead to the same end. And so, whenever we're starting over, sometimes it can be difficult to kind of move beyond those past patterns. But we have to remind ourselves that we're starting over with that experience. That's experience that we can use and we can use to foster a new portion of our life, a new chapter. We're moving forward. And yes, we're always carrying all of the baggage that we've always had. But if we take that baggage and we examine it, and we lay it out all on the bed and we fold it up into pretty piles and we're able to look at it squarely and recognize like these piles aren't good for me anymore. I'm going to drop those off as a donation. I'm not going to take those with me. I'm going to remember them. I'm going to keep them in my memories and I'm going to use them to grow from, but I don't need them anymore. If we drop those off and we keep the good things, we analyze the things that were good and that we want to maintain, then next time we move forward and we are looking for that relationship or looking for that job and we're making sure that it aligns to our new selves, if we have that list, we can kind of look through the new lens that is looking for the things that are good for us, then we can have a real true concept as to what we need in our lives rather than just what feels good. If we could live our lives with what feels good, we would be a hot mess. We would be constantly eating all the worst foods. We would probably very rarely move our bodies. We would very rarely challenge ourselves to do anything that's difficult. But in reality, that's what makes life good. We're literally made to like challenge ourselves. And so whenever we're trying to start over and it is difficult, we have to keep in the forefront of our vision what is good for us and what we need and the kind of life that we're seeking after. And if the things that we're finding don't align with that, then we have to go find something else. We have to go find a different job or a different relationship because we are the only people who can seek what we know is best for us. But if we never take the time to analyze what truly is good for us, then starting over is just going to lead to the same path. It's just going to be further down the same road. But if you start over and you start over with that experience, start over from that place of experience rather than leaving it behind and forgetting it, we can find the things that are good for us. And we can kind of donate the things that we no longer need. So you're starting over from a place of experience rather than a place of fear and loneliness and trauma. You get to decide what the next path looks like because you're going to guide it by what you know is good for you.